Welcome to our video series on combating the tolls in Australia. My name is Neil Skilbeck and I'm going to be your host for the next 12 videos, whereby we're going to uncover the truth behind the tolling system as is practiced in our country. Since the turn of the century, there has been an explosion of tolls on the east coast of Australia. Private corporations headed by Transurban have wrestled and convinced governments to give up some of their important road infrastructure to them. Massive profits resulting from this, instead of going to governments which could have been used for funding schools or hospitals, instead they've gone into the coffers of rich executives and shareholders. Surely you say that tolling system should be used still to fund our future roads, which is extremely needy. However, there are some gross misinjustices within the system, and we need to uncover these, bring them to the surface so that we can clearly see what the whole thing's all about. We'll be looking at Transurban throughout this series, and you'll see how unfair many of its practices are, and also it's actually acting illegally in certain areas. The governments turn a blind eye to it, but we won't be. We'll be bringing it all to you just as we have found it. In videos 2 to 4, we'll give you some background information such as the history of tolls, where the funds go to, even some of the future contracts that have been made by governments. We'll even show you some of the roads that have been fully paid for, that have been given to Transurban as part of the deal. In videos 5 to 9, we'll look at some of the legal issues that are involved with tolling. You'll be armed with this information so that you can use it if you need to avoid the toll fees. In video 10, we'll give you some revision. There's a self-assessment questionnaire there that will test out your knowledge, which is an important thing to have, because if we're going to change the way things are, we need to do it all very legally, and also we need lots of people that support the process. In video 11, you're going to take a little trip with me on one of the toll roads, and you'll see how we incur not only the toll but how we deal with it along the way with the appropriate arguments and documents. In video 12, which is our last one, you'll just get some of the steps that are needed to make sure that you're going to be able to effectively deal with the toll system. In this series, we're not giving you any legal advice as such, as I'm not a lawyer. However, you are going to get some of my experiences and knowledge that I've gathered over the years where I've become interested in this subject. As I said, some of my personal experiences in dealing with tolls and not paying for the toll fees will come to light, and you'll even see where I've challenged or mentioned to Transurban how that I'm quite happy to go to court with them, and they've always backed away from that. Unfortunately, our system really provides a lot of fear and intimidation through to people, which is designed, of course, to bring you into obedience or enslave you in many ways. And some of the people that support our approach still fail to use their backbone while they support in theory what we're doing. In practice, it's another matter. Once they get their toll notices from Transurban, they just pay them. It's my hope that this series will give you sufficient knowledge that will make you stronger and that will give you the backbone and the strength to stand up to a system that's failing us. So, get ready for video 2.